So, a bit of housekeeping. I apologize. This is on me for not getting the audio version of the last episode out until late. That's on me. Work and personal life got in the way. It won't happen again. Um, and I think that kind of sums up the past few hours. As you can see, I'm not wearing any Dolphins. Like I'm not wearing a Dolphins top. I'm wearing a AEW Christian Cage top, which says "Outwork everyone." And I thought it was fitting because the Dolphins outworked no one today. I don't think I've seen a more abject performance from the Dolphins since I don't even know when. And I, if I didn't, if we weren't doing this right now, I would have turned the game off. To me, it was more embarrassing than the Bills loss. I was just watching it going, this is, you're managing to get worse. At least the Dolphins of, Brian Flores' first season, we all knew that they're trying to build something. Okay, fair enough. Last season, we had the best defense in the league. Okay, we didn't put up 30 points a game on offense, but at the same time, we were hard to score against and we played complementary football. If the offense weren't going in special teams, if the defense weren't on it, then it was the offense. Like there was something. And today, if it wasn't drops, it was special teams not working. If it wasn't special teams not working, it was the offense just doing nothing. If it wasn't the offense, it was the defense. And if it wasn't any of that, if the defense got a stop, the referee called an absolute BS face mask on Jalen Phillips. I don't think I've sworn in this podcast yet, but today might be the closest I ever get to swearing. Yeah.
So I worked night shift. I was in Boston. Everybody knows I travel for work. I came home because I'm going to London this week. We going to London, you feel me? Get the boys, fuel up the jet, you know what I'm saying? Fire up the cannons. We on the way across the pond. I get off at 1:30 in the morning. Got a lot of stuff to do in my hotel room. It's a different setting now. You know what I'm saying? Get on my flight in the morning, fly down. Still haven't been to sleep yet. I ain't even been to sleep yet, yo. I need to thug it out. I need to catch this Dolphins game. Catch the Dolphins game. And probably didn't want to catch the Dolphins game. But I'll tell you this. I'm watching it, and we're gonna get into it. There was nothing about this game that like I couldn't get there. And even after the game, I'm so hot, bro. I'm so angry and like, yo, like everybody knows this feeling. I ain't gotta describe the anger or the feeling that you get as a Dolphins fan when we wet the bed like this, man. Nothing could put a smile on my face. I see LB now, you know what I'm saying? Got to see some family members. But something put a smile on my face, Kadeem. Could you believe it? Something put a smile on my face.
I'm at a loss for words to what it could be because it can't have been that Dolphins game. Like it can't have been anything Dolphins related.
The game is over. I just came back into town, so I don't know what I really got for hydration and food and fruit. You know what I'm saying? So I just flew back into town. I'm watching the game. You know what? I need to go get some pineapples, whatever. I'm not in the best of moods. I got my Dolphin slides on, and I run into Robert Hunt in the grocery store. First thing I say is, hey, bro, tough game, tough L. Nonetheless, we appreciate you, bro. Robert Hunt looked at me like, bro, you recognize me? Yeah, I recognize you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I have a Miami Dolphins podcast. It's like it's almost like my job to recognize people like you, right? There's only so many 6'5", 300+ people walking around the planet anyway. But run into Robert Hunt, Robert like, nah. I'm like, yeah, man, it's crazy because I met Austin here. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh, you met Austin? Yeah, I met Austin. Cool, whatever. Y'all know the spill. Man, if I could get you on the podcast, bro. We had Miles on the podcast. He chopped it up with us for a few minutes. If we could get you on here just to chop it up, we would really, really, really appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? But I ran into Robert Hunt, y'all, man. Super cool. You know what I'm saying? Like the sneakiest 6 foot, who knows what, 300 plus person you will ever find. Cause I tried to find him again and get a picture. Like this time I wanted a picture to prove to y'all. Like, look, I be running into these boys. And I couldn't find them to get the picture. I'm like, yo, like, yeah, man. So that's the only thing that put a smile on my face today, man. It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm Charlie Touche. I got Kadeem Simmons with me. As always, for the fans and by the fans. Kadeem, bro, I feel like we were supposed to win these last 2 games. And as much as everybody is out there, and you know we haven't had to mention this name in a minute, but somehow we sneak it in. As much as everybody want to say it's Tua's fault, somehow people say it's Tua's fault, right? Tiny Tua on deck. Somehow people will say it's Tua's fault. What y'all got to say now? You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with, oh, it's Tua's fault. Oh, we need a quarterback. We need to go get Deshaun. Like, bro, I told you I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. You feel me? So you mean to tell me that this game was 3-0 the whole first half? We were in control, by the way. The whole first half we were in control. Should have been 13-0 by my count. Like, yo, we could be up 13-0 right now. But we go into the locker room down 7-3. That's the problem. We didn't capitalize like we're supposed to. And then we go down 7-3, and then look what happened, right? So we left points on the board. That's not going to get it done. It's not going to get it done. That's what happened. Like, you only came away with 3 points in the first half. You had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Yes, there was a phantom call late on Jalen Phillips, who has arrived, by the way. Jalen Phillips is here. For everybody who was on the, what's Jalen Phillips doing? He was a first-round pick. Like, yo, can the man get acclimated to playing with grown men? Like, these boys been playing, these boys been playing, like, in the NFL, they, like, since he was in high school. Like, can he get acclimated, bro?
No, don't. As a Dolphin fan, do you know, if your rookie doesn't come out and in his first game look like an MVP, cut him and get rid of him, trade him, draft someone else. That's how it works. Like, if it's not Tua, if it's not Liam Eichenberg, if it's not anyone, if it's not Jalen Phillips, not Jalen Waddle, these guys are all busts. Christian Wilkins a bust. It's like whatever.
Listen, you know the bust meter. You got 4 years before you could really bust. But listen, all that being said, Jalen Phillips has arrived. Jalen Phillips is here. Whether people like it or not, Jalen Phillips is going to be a stud. Jalen Waddle is a stud. And I said Jalen Waddle was going to be 100 reception receiver every year after this year. I was wrong, because he's going to have 100 receptions this year too. So Jalen Phillips is here. Jalen Waddle is here. And we got a bigger problem. Like, yeah, special teams wet the bed. You can't jump off sides, give up a first down. Colts turn it into 7 points, I think. Then the muff punt from Jakeem Grant, that turned into points. I want to say that was a field goal, or maybe vice versa. Maybe one turned into 3 and the other one turned into 7. But that's 10 points right there. You can't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get back in this game. Jason Sanders kicks the ball out of bounds. This game is just not on one person. It's not on one person. It's not on one unit. All right. It's not on one bad face mask call. It's not on the OC. It's not on just the O-line. It's not on Jacoby Brissett. And last but not least, this is not Tua's fault. I'm just saying. I know people will find a way to say we need a quarterback. Somewhere, somehow, they're going to say this is Tua's fault. Somehow. But that's not what time it is.
So Brian Flores said we played bad across the board, offensively, defensively, kicking game, drops, penalties, turnovers. We played poorly, really across the board. We got a lot. We got a lot we have to fix. A lot of things we have to correct. Offense couldn't get anything going. We have to do a better job. While that's all correct, and I'm in no way advocating for Brian Flores to lose his job. I've already seen people saying hot seat. No, let's not do this. But someone on my timeline before Brian Flores spoke basically got what he was going to say before he even said it. And because Brian Flores kind of says this after a lot, it's like, we have to execute. Like he's got that head coach talk down to an absolute T. You're going to get nothing out of Brian Flores, but it's also a case now where something has to change. It's well known on the podcast. I love for Jakeem, wide receiver one, Jakeem Grant. Dude, these muffs are just starting to get like embarrassing now. Like this is, we discussed this in the off season where Jalen Waddle should play special teams, and Jalen Waddle's had a drop as well. So it's not like it's all good and stuff like that. But with all the wide receiver talent we now have, it was like the one thing that was keeping Jakeem Grant on this team was special teams. And if you're not doing that, then dude, I'm sorry. Like the question needs to be asked. So there's that. In terms of again, I'm not going to put the blame on one specific person or one specific unit because no one really showed up today. I think the best unit probably was the defense because they got a few stops where they needed to, and then the offense just done something which, like, there was the play where this is late on in the game where again, we get a stop, we get the ball back, and Jacoby Brissett gets shrugs off one sack, shrugs off another sack, and in my throw it away, lives to fight another down, and he tries to, and he ends up just throwing it into the ground, turnover, and I'm just like, dude. And I think at that point I tweeted on my Twitter account, Tua got benched for less. Listen, I don't agree with Tua getting pulled last season. Like we discussed that, but Tua literally got benched for less. Tua played better than Jacoby Brissett played today, and got pulled. Now I understand he had Fitz behind him, but what does that say? Like and again, Flores came out and said that at no point did he want to bring in Reed Sinnett. Why? Because the offense had put up 3 points through most of the game. And even that 3 points, that comes from special teams getting the ball back and just about keeping the turnover streak alive.
Hold on, Kadeem. You wanted to bring in Reed Sinnett?
No, I didn't. But
okay, because it sounded like you was advocating for Reed Sinnett just now.
No, I didn't at all. But the point I was making is that this coaching staff has pulled a quarterback for playing better than that. And again, if Tua was in today, I wouldn't have advocated for pulling Tua either. Not at all. The point I'm making is that last season it was, I'm happy putting my quarterback to get a spark. And again, I understand that the spark of Ryan Fitzpatrick is different to the spark of Reed Sinnett. I understand that totally. But when it's not working, something has to give. And again, we said it before, if one rider's like Albert Wilson had a few drops in the previous game, this game you're not playing. I need to see a spark. I need to see something. And
I ain't gonna lie, Reed Sinnett ain't the spark though, Kadeem. He's not the spark.
He's not the spark, but today Brissett wasn't the quarterback. It was embarrassing. It was shockingly.
You know what this is? You know what this is? This is you pulling this is your MO, bro. You straddling the fence.
I'm not straddling the fence.
So all right, so look, what's the spark? Because you said you wouldn't have went to Reed Sinnett, and obviously Fitzpatrick is a different go-to. You go to the bullpen for Fitz, you can't go to the bullpen for Reed Sinnett. So what's the spark?
No, again, I'm saying I wouldn't have pulled him, but this coaching staff has done that before. This coaching staff has pulled quarterbacks for playing less. So, as I like to say, keep up the same energy.
No, don't keep up the same energy.
Why
bro.
not? Why not?
So hold on. So I'm confused. So you say why not? So you wanted to go to Reed. That's what you wanted to see. You wanted to see the coaches go to Reed.
No, yeah, I want to see the coaches. Okay, me as Kadeem Simmons, I am not pulling I'm not pulling on Jacoby Brissett. Me, I'm
Yeah.
not doing it.
Yeah.
His coaching stuff I've done in the past, so it wouldn't have surprised me. And it's like, again, keep on the same energy. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, bro, you can't.
Okay,
You're not
fam. Do
doing
you
that.
know what? Like,
That's wild. That's wild.
It's fine. Like the mood I'm in, the honestly wouldn't have been a podcast. Like I'm tired. I would have said no. I'm not doing this today. I'm not doing this because I'm just. I'm at a loss for words. I had this team like the Jets won today. We have the same record as the Jets. Like, it's if not during the game, something has to give. Like something this week has to give because we are going to get slapped up by the Bucks. That game is going to be ugly, and
I
same
don't
way
believe that.
you don't think so?
I don't believe that.
Do you think there's going to
Listen,
be the Dolphins which turn up next week and you're like, where was that 2 weeks ago? Where was that against the Raiders? And
listen. This is what I'm saying. The fact that we did this in Hard Rock Stadium in the best throwback uniforms in the NFL, like we
don't
did
shoot
that.
today.
You know what I'm saying? Like all of that. We did that. Yo, I got a headache, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got a headache, bro. Shout out to Robert Hunt though, man, because like that was pretty cool. Like, damn, I ran into Robert Hunt. You feel me? I'm like, oh, that's Robert Hunt. You feel
Friend of
crazy?
the podcast, Robert Hunt. He's not a friend of the podcast, Robert
Friend
Hunt.
of the podcast, Robert Hunt. You feel me? Listen, I said preseason, Brian Flores can go 0-17. Would be a record-breaking 0-17 and have the worst record in NFL history, and he would not get fired. Everybody called for his job the first year, which was unfair. Then he won 10 games, and people still said he wasn't a good coach or whatever. And you know, the mob mentality. The mob mentality, like, here it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing? You feel me? So my thing is Flores on the hot seat? No, Flores is not on the hot seat. Is Chris Greer on the hot seat? No, Chris Greer is not on the hot seat. But I will say this, Kadeem, do you know how to cook?
Kind of, yeah. I'm not amazing, but I can do something.
What's saying, like, what's the something, Kadeem? Like, help us out. The viewers want to know. And by the way, if you're only on audio and you know the Dolphins dropped the ball this week, it's okay because Kadeem dropped the ball this week and we didn't publish our last episode. My bad there, but I apologize for Kadeem. You know what I'm saying? It happens.
It's out. It's out.
Yeah. It's out now.
Yeah.
But they was waiting on it. But look, the listeners want to know, what can you cook, Kadeem?
I'm a follow the recipe guy. So if you give me the recipe instructions, I can cook it. I'm not go in the kitchen, pull that stuff out the fridge and chuck it in and it tastes like Gordon Ramsay made it. The recipe says do X, Y, and Z, I'll do X, Y, and Z.
All right, so you're not ad-libbing in the kitchen.
No.
You're not gonna ad-lib. You're not gonna be like, you know what? I know what this recipe says, but I think a pinch of cinnamon or something might do something here. You're not doing that.
Nah.
All right. What's your go-to meal? We're getting somewhere here. I promise you. Just give me your go-to. This is not putting you on the spot because you can put me on the spot with the same question and I'll answer truthfully. So what's your go-to?
To cook or to eat?
To cook. We're talking about cooking.
I don't ever go to. I just don't.
All right, that's fair. We're just gonna say you can't cook. I can't cook either, Kadeem. That's okay. It's okay. It really is. So I can't cook, and now the listeners know that Kadeem can't cook. So this is a podcast with two non-cooks. We might want to change it, but it's all right, Kadeem, because I'm gonna give you this. Even though Kadeem can get around the kitchen a little bit, and Touche can get around the kitchen just a little bit, Kadeem, you might have me. Who knows? I'm pretty sure we both know how to preheat the oven. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, you preheat the oven. All right, I can preheat the oven. People who can't cook know how to preheat the oven. When you preheat the oven, you're still safe for a few minutes before you get too much heat on it, right? Like before you put your hand in there and get burnt, it's preheating, right?
Yeah.
Brian Flores is not on the hot seat. Be clear. Brian Flores is not on the hot seat. Chris Greer is not on the hot seat. But today, officially, was the day that someone said, "Hey, I think I'm trying to cook something tonight. Let me go preheat the oven." It's not hot yet. It's not warm yet either. It's just now getting to the settings. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want anybody to be like, "Oh, Touche said Flores on the hot seat." No, he's not on the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? He's comfortable. He's gonna coach next year for sure for the Miami Dolphins. Maybe even 2 years. If we have 2 bad years, depending on how bad it looks, you know, circumstances matter. He don't have a starting quarterback. The same starting quarterback that said people said, "Oh, he's not good enough," but yet we haven't won the game without him. I'm just saying. So Brian Flores is not on the hot seat, and that's where I'm going with that. I can't cook either, Kadeem. It's all right, bro. Sometimes we just gotta fall on the sword.
No, to go back to an earlier point about benching Jacoby Brissett for Reeds in it. The best analogy I can come up with in my head was I would never hit someone. I'm not that kind of person. I've never been in a fight before. I've never punched someone. I've never hit someone. But I can understand if someone else hit someone because I understand it. So I wouldn't have pulled Jacoby Brissett. But if Flores did, I'm like, you know what? You have history of it. You have history of benching a quarterback. So yeah, fair enough. And it's more in the situation I saw today. If it had happened, I would have gone, you know what? Whatever. Because, like I said, because you've done it before. I've seen someone punch someone in the face in that situation. Yeah, you're gonna do it. You can't surprise me. If anything, I'd put money on it. But again, like you said, today wasn't a. I don't know what. Like, I don't think Jaceki had his first target until like the third or fourth quarter. And
how many touches did Myles Gaskin have?
I think he had 2.
2 touches.
I think, and
that's it.
And again, so I'm watching it going. Are we trying to get too cute? Because so before we no, obviously if you're watching on YouTube, you see the banner going across. I wrote this banner when I was seeing red, when I was vexed. I was like, no podcast today. I'm tired. So I wrote this beforehand. Should there be cuts this week? Now, shout out to Kevin Dern. He was like, yeah, Jakeem Grant's got to go. Austin Jackson's got to go. My timeline was a lot of this is the end of Grant. I saw a few people saying, well, don't cut Austin Jackson, but bench Austin Jackson. I saw people say, get rid of Jacoby Brissett. I saw a whole bunch of things. Are we now at a stage where is it a matter of you cut someone to kind of prove a point that this isn't going to be tolerated? Or is there anyone, without getting to the specific names and stuff like that, would you be surprised if someone lost their job this week?
So I'm a supervisor, right, Kadeem? And you have to work with different personalities, different people. My personality doesn't have the arrogant boss. Hey, you got to do this. That's not me. It was never me. I be vibing. I'm laid back. I'm chill. I don't like to raise my voice. I try it's hard to ever. Only time I raise my voice is hollering at the LB or you. You feel me? Like that's it. That's the only time we get wild over here. So when you supervise people, it's like you want the environment to be, team friendly. You know what I'm saying? You want everybody to be cool. It's a relationship. It's a family. You know what I'm saying? Like now we lose as a family, we win as a family. Bad boys for life. Whatever that quote you try to make. You know what I'm saying? Like you just try to do something.
It was you win some, you lose some. But like you just found out yeah. Well, no, Christian Walken basically said the same thing very quickly. Walken after the game was like, we lose together, we win together. When we're kicking butt, it's all good. When we're not, we're not.
Shut up.
So yeah.
So the reason I said that, Kadeem, is in the workplace, I'm gonna be real with you. It comes a time where it's like, all right, unfortunately, it's too cool around here. This is the problem in Dallas, but I told everybody this is why Dallas will never win the Super Bowl, because it's too cool. And right now, it's too cool. Like, yeah, man, it's a family, it's a vibe. We love each other here. So it's the culture that we all wanted. Finally, the Dolphins have the culture that there's no egregious hazing in the news. You know what I'm saying? There's no repetitive same nonsense going on on the practice field, where you get kicked out of practice and people throw their helmets at practice and walk off in the middle of a practice. We're not going to say no names from 5 years ago, but that doesn't happen no more that I know of, at least. But it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's the culture that we wanted. But now, everybody cool, everybody family. We got the culture. Heads got to roll. And I promise you this, Kadeem, as a supervisor, it won't be my head. It's not going to be mine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to let y'all know right now, we got to get this thing right. And if we don't, it's going to be some changes around here. You know what I'm saying? And I won't love you less on the way out. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I assure you, Flores, Greer, and the front office is like, hey, I ain't signed up for this. Y'all not going to make me look bad. As my co-host so eloquently put it, don't embarrass me. Just don't embarrass me. You know what I'm saying? And we getting embarrassed right now, bro.
Someone I work with, I've completely forgot he was a Dolphins fan. But as he was saying goodbye of his evening shift, he literally said, and his exact words, "One day the Finns will not be an embarrassment, just not tonight." And I was just like, yeah, because this was the game which was meant to get right, get healthy, you know, 2-2, and I feel like I'm gonna take some of the blame for this, because the last two games I've said these are both games which the Dolphins have done well in recently. I felt like I put too much faith in the Dolphins, but shout out to Same Old Dolphins podcast. Same Old Dolphins. This is the game where the schedule comes out, see the Colts, Carson Wentz, tick, win. As the game gets closer, who's that? Quinton Nelson's out, perfect. Watkinson out, perfect. Carson Wentz has 2 broken ankles, perfect. Hold on, wait. Carson Wentz doing read options for 10 yards. Yeah, game done. The game's done. And like, there's certain moments which kind of made you go, this isn't the Dolphins' day. There was when, I think it was our opening drive, 3rd down, the set has an absolute dot to someone. Flag, holding, penalty. It's like, yep, there we go. We punt the ball away. They muff the punt, give us a turnover, which is the only turnover we got all day. And then I think on the following play, there's a penalty on the Colts. So it's 1st and 5. 1st and 5. How did we not get a 1st down? It's 1st and 5. You got to go 5 yards. 3 plays, 5 yards. And you can't do that. And then very quickly, shout out to LB, who tweeted like something along the lines of, Devontae Parker, we see you. These sneaky garbage numbers. Because again, we have now become the garbage time team, where that's 2 weeks in a row now where there's nothing left to play for, and we're throwing 30, 40-yard passes. Where was that? We literally had a midweek episode saying, why aren't they taking more risks? And the next game, they waited again until the 4th quarter, when they've only put up 3 points, to start passing downfield, to start throwing jump balls to Devontae Parker. But Devontae Parker still wants to play games.
But that's when the defense changes up the look, because they're up and it's late. Like, that's what the defense gives you, is what the quote was.
Of course, but then very quickly, that the opening drive, we had a big play downfield. A big play downfield. Yeah. And it got negated due to a penalty. But again, lean on them. Go again. And again, people kind of, I promise I'll end on this. We had I think it was a 55-yard field goal attempt, which we didn't take. We opted to punt. And people were like, I said it before, and other people said as well, it's not like we're playing to not lose. Because Jason Sanders is money from there. Take the 3 points. Instead, you punt it. And again, brilliant punt. Can't fault the punt. But I feel like Brian Flores last year, he'd go for that and said, you know what? Maybe it's because he trusts. No, I don't even know. I don't know.
I don't know what Jason Sanders looks like in practice. We don't know what Jason Sanders looks like in practice. But that punt, you could not have asked for a better result. I can't remember. We record this first take. It's fresh off the press. The game was over. I helped LB out with some stuff since I just got out. I could bring my bags over here from the airport. Like I'm not even unpacked. I just took my microphone out. You feel me? Went to the store to get some pineapples. Run into friend of the podcast, Robert Hunt. You know what I'm saying? And now we're recording. That's how fresh this take is. I wanted to watch it before we do this. You feel me? It's such a good idea that we record right after the game because you're gonna get some real good emotions. And it's such a bad idea that we record right after the game because you're gonna get some real bad emotions. Bro, I don't remember what happened after we got them backed up against like on their 2. So I can't really attest to what happened after that. Had we waited a little bit, I probably could tell you. But going for that field goal may have changed something. We don't know. We don't know what Jason Sanders looked like in practice. We don't know. He's already missed more than what he missed last year.
I think he didn't miss one so far this year.
How many minutes? Last year, 2?
About it, yeah. So.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, that's not an indictment. None of that is an indictment. But you play the field position game. And if I'm being real, we won the whole first quarter for real. You know what I'm saying? So Flores is like, yo, like, we have what it takes. The offense is not putting up points. So here's the thing. You get it to the point of the game where that's when the phantom face mask killed us. Because that phantom face mask allowed the Colts to run, I want to say like another minute, 40 seconds off the clock, made us burn a timeout, and they go up 10 instead of 6. You see what I'm saying? So now if the phantom face mask doesn't happen, which it comes into play now, you're only down 6. All right. Everything that happened before this doesn't matter. You're in the game. It's 4 minutes left. Is it? You're down 6. And you're getting the ball? Like, bro, nothing else matters now. You know what I'm saying? So that punt or field goal, maybe, I don't think that was enough. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think that was enough. Here's what was significant, though. Why aren't we playing more cover 0? Like, yo, I think in the first week, I think we didn't play that much because that's what Mac Jones sees in practice all the time. You know what I'm saying? I think they're like, all right, look, now we'll switch it up. We won first week. Then I expected to see it a little bit more because we were successful with it last season, right? I'm like, yo, come out with it, or we didn't come out with it, but there's some times we gave it a few looks. It looked pretty good, successful. I don't know why we're not going back to that, but here's another thing. Byron Jones goes down, and I noticed your boy was trailing and doing his X thing for a little bit, but Byron Jones gets hurt, and Coleman comes in for him. Noah is not even dressed. We have issues. Like, we officially have problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I need to talk to someone. Kadeem, like, I come to you to vent, Holmes. Like, this platform has been good to us because we're allowed to vent now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used to vent to each other on voice notes once upon a time. You feel me? Like, bro, you are not allowed to stack up all these picks and then whiff on the picks that you get. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is the future of the Miami Dolphins. And I want to be very, very, very clear. On Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world, I said, this is a family, bro. We don't have to go at people's heads. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we take accountability. You know what I'm saying? Yo, If it's your fault, it's your fault. If it's on me, it's on me. If Kadeem don't publish something, my bad. You know what I'm saying? My bad, Kadeem. I had to throw that in there. But look, Chris Greer, even Stephen Ross and Brian Flores, since they're the faces. I am born and raised in Miami, Florida. For those who don't know, I grew up across the street from the stadium, sat on the roof of the house, watched the Jumbotron, and got to see a little bit of the game. Growing up, 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old. There was a different owner back then. There'll be a different owner in the future. There'll be a different coach in the future. There was a different coach back then. There was 12 different GMs since I've been 6 to where I am now in my life. But I was always a Dolphin fan. Like, this team is more of the fans' teams than it is the people who actually run it. One day, those people will be a GM of another team, a coach of another team, an owner of another team. I'm not going nowhere. This is my team, bro. This is our team. Like, we want a product that we can represent and say, this is our team. And we're not getting that right now.
Yeah, I think I'm going to disagree with you where you said that this is good for us because we can vent. Because this is the kind of game where if we didn't have the podcast, there would have been a 7-minute voice note, but no one else would have heard it, and I could go to bed. Instead, I have to, give our fans what they want, and I've got to talk about this. When I just want to vent, I want to swear, I want to F and blind, I want to throw things, I want to punch things. I can't do that. I've got to be diplomatic. I've got to speak myself into, just confuse myself as I'm speaking. Listen, it's just someone made, you spoke about the picks that we made and stuff like that. Some people are now making a very good point. We don't even have our first round pick, so we can't even tank for anyone. It's not like at this point we go, you know what, we're 1-3, but actually we're gonna lose the rest of the games or lose just amount of games to get a top 5 pick. We can't even do that. Like, we banked on ourselves so much that we traded away our first round pick because we knew we had another one, knowing full well that our one's going to be better. And this is where this comes back to where has it gone wrong? Because this wasn't meant to be the Dolphins season, which if anything means it's meant to be the Dolphins season because we got so hyped. We was like, we're taking leaps this year. We're talking 11, 12, 13 wins. Unless we win basically every single game from now to the season, we ain't getting 13 wins. So the best, apart from you meeting Robert Hunt today, the best news I saw was that the Dolphins are planning to bring back Tua for London. Please.
Did I say it or did I say it?
Say what?
Tua was coming to London. He's no.
Yeah.
We gonna get. Hey, what happens when Tua wins in London and then wins in Atlanta, and then like what people gonna say? Oh, it was the Jaguars. Oh, it was the Falcons.
Oh yeah, no, again. They will say that, and then when we reply and go,
we lost to the Colts.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh no, but it's like, again, there's always a but, always. And if we lose to the Jags or lose to the Falcons, they go, see, it's Tua's fault. We haven't won a game. We haven't won a game since we played the full 60 minutes. Sorry, we haven't won a game. The touchdown to Devontae Parker was our first touchdown through the year since week 1.
I hear you, Kadeem. I hear you. I know silence on the air ain't good, but I just want to know why my dog 40 Acres and the Hellcat only got 2 touches. I need answers. I need. He was in on the second play of the game, so I don't want to hear discipline reasons or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he only got 2 touches, bro. He got 2 more touches than me and you, Kadeem. Like, for real. Like, yo, he got Myles Gaskin averaged like 4.35 yards before coming into this game, a carry. And he got 2 more touches than me and you. Hey, listen, Kadeem, you said we was hyped before the season, bro. And I don't know what type of, refreshments they got over there across the pond. And I don't know what kind of drinks y'all grew up on. And I know you heard the saying before, but we really did have Kool-Aid growing up. We really did. Like, and we don't even, I can't even tell you the name of the flavors. We could only tell you the color. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever that red flavor was, it was the red flavor. You know what I'm saying? When you drunk the red Kool-Aid, bro, your lips, your mustache, your teeth, your tongue, your mouth, it was all red. We was drinking the Kool-Aid, bro. We drank the Dolphins Kool-Aid this offseason, bro. Like, matter of fact, I'm still hungover by drinking the Kool-Aid, bro. Like, I can't even see with my dolphin colored lenses on right now. Like, yo, are we really 1-3 right now? Hey, y'all stay positive, test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Oh, I don't even feel like this team deserves a bonus time. I just feel like, you know what? If they're gonna show no passion and fight on the field, why? Like, again, I tweeted, are they really gonna have me up until 4 a.m. talking about what I just saw? Like, no, I'm 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 not doing it. It's just, oh, I don't know what needs to happen this week, because Brian Flores said that they're training well, they're preparing well. Maybe they need to prepare badly. Maybe they're getting all their good plays out on the practice field, and then they get on the field and they got nothing left. Like, I just,
William Fuller hurt his hand.
yeah, I saw someone stupid on social media say that this is Will Fuller showing that he doesn't want to be in Miami. This is him. It's like, see, exactly, like, yeah, it's utter garbage, and that was me nearly swearing. That was me controlling myself. Yeah, it's gonna, but Byron Jones got hurt this week. Obviously, Will Fuller hurt his hand. We have, again, we spoke about the depth this team has. I don't even know if the team got depth, because look at the guys who, we've got depth because guys who aren't dressing are supposedly good, but maybe Byron Jones being hurt is a chance to know what, because Justin Coleman on the outside, not too sure. But again, Justin Coleman's a slot guy. You know that, and it's unfortunate that Byron Jones got injured.
No addresses next game.
I think so. I think if Byron Jones went down with a quad injury, I think it's probably best to be safe and dress Noah just in case. Which is embarrassing that our first round pick from 2 seasons ago has to be dressed just in case.
Hey, you know what? Hey LB, slide. Hey, we recording. No Julio Jones stuff.
Put a t-shirt on.
He said, Kadeem said, put a t-shirt on. I ain't gonna tell you what he said.
I don't know.
You sliding?
You know I'm not Charlie, man. I come with my t-shirt on.
Hey, everybody, welcome LB to the show. We got a visual of what LB looked like. You know what I'm saying? What you thought about the game, bro?
Man, I'm really disappointed, man. We're supposed to be 3-1, not 1-3, bro.
3-1. How you get 3-1?
We weren't supposed to lose. We weren't supposed to lose this game, if Tua's playing, and we weren't supposed to lose to Vegas if Tua's playing as well. So that's how I see it.
What you make? Go ahead, Kadeem.
I was gonna say, so you put these 2 losses down to no Tua as opposed to the team just being buns, because at this point the team are buns.
Yeah, the team is buns, especially the offensive line, man. Like it can be salvaged, but I don't think they mesh well right now. Like I don't know what's going on, but it seemed like everything comes down to the offensive line. Like you can't You can't protect the quarterback. He's getting hurt. You can't protect the quarterback long enough so he can throw deep down the field. So we're limited on the plays we can use. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's kind of tragic right now, man. We're not looking good.
You got anything else, Kadeem?
Oh, well, also there's some things that I didn't understand in today's game. Like, where was Gaskin? Like,
Yeah.
where was he?
No, Gaskin might as well be Gaskin might as well be in London right now because he weren't in Miami. They weren't using him. So yeah, that made no sense whatsoever at all.
That's wild, bro. That's crazy to me. But hey, look, man. Had to slide LB on the show. Oh, y'all can see the fence flag in the background.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We at the crib, got the fence flag up, watched the first game of the season in the comfort of my home, and we had to take it. Let's do it like this. Serious question, fellas. Like, and I know there's a constituency out there that truly believe Tua is not the quarterback. And there's another side of it that truly believe Tua is a quarterback. And this is a serious question. If Tua was the quarterback of this game and the Raiders game, we got LB's answer. Will we have lost them games, Kadeem?
I think every part. I think the Raiders. Yeah, I think we probably beat the Raiders. I just think from what I saw from all three phases today, I don't think Tua could have, done enough by himself, especially when the same old drops, special teams, not special teaming, and just yeah, I think Raiders, yeah, today. But then, do you know what? It's one of the things where, that 1st and 5, instead of taking 3, Tua might get a 7, and then we're playing with a bit more confidence. I just feel like right now we're playing with no confidence, and that just goes right the team. So maybe Tua injects a bit more confidence. Who knows?
I'll say I think we do win both games, but here's why. I don't think Tua gives up a 14-point lead. I don't ever see that happening. I don't see Tua giving up a 14-point lead. This is not on like Jacoby Brissett by himself. This is a team L.
Yeah.
And in this one, no matter who says what, you gotta see the upside that Tua brings to the offense. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was like, "Oh, he don't take enough risks. He don't take enough risks." Is that like? And now I'm the it's not on the OC. I wonder. You know what I'm saying? Do we not throw the ball enough with Tua? Like throw the ball deep with Tua, and we still haven't seen it. And we waited a whole offseason for this, a whole offseason of time to let Tua air it out, and now we can't even get there. So that's where we at. Unless you got something else, Kadeem, we about to get up out of here. Hey man, Go Time Dolphins signing out. I think the next time you see us, we'll be in London. I think. I ain't gonna lie, like I feel like it's so many hurdles to get over still. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see what happens. Hopefully everything happens in our favor. But Go Time Dolphins signing out already.